James is drinking some beer from a boot for those who can't see what's happening.
From Das Boot.
From Das Boot, and so setting the mood here.
It is Das Boot.
Exactly.
Having a good time on the Hub on Hollywood. No
there
rules.
We go.
It's
exactly.
Welcome to the Hub on Hollywood podcast. I'm your co-host, James Rojas.
And I'm Jamie Blanco.
On this week's episode, Nicole Kidman wants to team up with a drag queen in the name of cinema.
Who doesn't?
The entire Skywalker Saga coming to a movie theater near you at the very same time. Halloween also coming early this year. Boston accents wanted. We need you because there is a big role with your name on it. And a review of the American Society of Magical Negroes. But first, Jamie, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Oh, God. Don't do it. Oh, no!
Dun, 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 dun.
And he has summoned the trailer.
Exactly.
for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
I'm excited. So this trailer came out. Of course, Michael Keaton is reprising his role as the titular character. We also have Winona Ryder coming back and Jenna Ortega. The big buzz all around her joining the movie, and the cast, of course, big buzz around here in Massachusetts because she filmed several scenes here near just north of Boston in the town of Melrose. So really happy the movie is the trailer is out and getting me hyped for the movie.
Absolutely. So we're going to watch this trailer right now. We'll share it with all of you. We'll talk about it a little bit. But James, without further ado, if you're ready, I am.
Let's get right into it. Beetlejuice.
Oh, God.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
And play.
Okay. Time out. We're going to keep this in, but I started playing the Beetlejuice original trailer.
Oh, well.
I need Beetlejuice 2 trailer.
That was a few years ago, James.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, the original
Don't worry,
Beetlejuice.
Everything goes according to plan. I think this is a Beetlejuice prank.
Possibly. You said his name too many times, and so now he's in the ether around you. So definitely it's not 1988, 2024 version. Are you ready, James?
We are ready. In 3, 2, 1. Jenna Ortega.
And Catherine O'Hara also is back.
Yeah. Are you digging the slow remake of the song?
I am, yeah.
Mini Town.
All practically done.
I'd be kind of upset if the model town was CGI.
Yeah.
Like, just do it like you did in the old school.
The juice is on the loose, James. Oh, God. There's a jump scare at the end there, too.
Excellent.
James, yes, I'm digging the daylight coming. You want like the slow-mo reprisal of the song there.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on seeing Michael Keaton
this is one of the first times that we are actually seeing him. So the very first images of Michael Keaton came out just last week from this film. It's something that's been really close to the vest. Most of this was filmed overseas in England on a soundstage. Not a lot was leaked out as a result of that, so we didn't see Michael Keaton until now. Amazing to see him back in that role. I think Michael Keaton is one of the most underrated actors out there. He is so into his character. He embodies them so well. My question, though, and I was going to ask you this as well. I love how he looks. However, can you tell that he's aged a little bit? Can you tell that he's a little bit older?
I think they're gonna incorporate that into. I don't think they're trying to recreate like the 1988 version of Beetlejuice. I think in the movie they're gonna have him aged, probably in that waiting room where we last saw him in the first movie, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think that'll add to the joke of it, of him looking much older too. And I'm pretty sure they had to make a joke at that, saying that I've been waiting for so long, and like look how old I am. But in a much funnier way. I think that'll be a factor in it too.
Because I think a lot of people were conjecturing whether the makeup would hide his aging or whether they would do anything digitally to de-age him because he is a ghost or a spirit or whatever. And even if it does look different and if the rationale is not really there for it, does it bother you enough to care?
No, I think they're gonna play it up. I think Beetlejuice will kind of like say, I purposefully, age myself or make myself look older because he's so mad and upset that he had to wait so long. So I think it's gonna be a part of the movie. They'll mention something in passing and they're just gonna go with it. But we saw, Jenna Ortega in the opening of the trailer. She's looking good. She was in riding a bike, of course, and that's what she was doing over here in Massachusetts,
in Vermont,
in Melrose.
Oh,
yeah, Vermont and Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so she's on that. She's going everywhere on that bicycle, and so she's putting a lot of miles on that bike. But looking good. Winona Ryder looks really good. Coming back, reprising her role. Catherine O'Hara looking fantastic too. So good to see this. I think they're also kind of playing up with that song, like "Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana." I think I saw people online. They were kind of split, saying this is a trope where now movies that are being brought back, years later for a sequel, they kind of do that dramatic, slow down the music thing. But I feel like some people said they feel like that could be a joke on it. Playing into that trope, and then at the very end you have the juice is loose, and so kind of making fun of the whole scenario. So we could read it either two ways. One, they're really going for the melodramatic kind of vibe for this film, or this is just the teaser, and they're just leaning into like, haha, we're back with this tropey whatever. But then we end with this joke, the juice is loose, and so we're still waiting to see for the official trailer to see and feel the vibe of how this sequel will be. But so far, I think everything looks good. It looks very practical, so that's good to see.
Now, did you notice who was absent, who we don't see on screen from the original cast?
Various reasons. Yeah. I think various reasons. So the father, he is not there. They were at a funeral, so I'm thinking he may be the one that died, and that's what brings all these people together, like Jenna Ortega's character, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara. Maybe that's why they've come back to the house for the funeral. I think the real life reason, have you heard about that actor?
Yes.
So he was arrested and or charged and or accused of some bad behavior.
Very bad behavior.
And we'll leave it at that. So you can Google that, on your own.
Yeah.
But he got into some legal troubles, and so that doesn't surprise me that he wasn't featured in this film. Again, I think they're just gonna make him dead, and that's where the story picks up.
Right.
So yeah.
So obviously, Beetlejuice, the King of Mischief, the production of Beetlejuice had to deal with a bunch of mischief and mishaps, if you will, while they were filming here in New England. It was a very short time that they were actually here, James. They filmed 3 days in Vermont was the plan. Nice. You're ready.
I didn't want to be distracting, but I had to bring this boot out. Sorry. Yeah.
James is drinking some beer from a boot, for those who can't see what's happening.
From Das Boot.
From Das Boot. And so setting the mood here.
It is Das Boot.
Exactly.
Having a good time on the Hub on Hollywood. No
there
rules.
We go.
It's
exactly. So 3 days they had planned to shoot in Vermont, and in that short amount of time, they had record-breaking floods that impacted some of the shooting, and then they had the actors' strike at the end of the second day of filming. This is after months and months that they spent recreating the house. From the the iconic house from the Beetlejuice movie and the covered bridge, and everything that they had built and set up just for those 3 days of shooting. Yes, incredible flooding, followed by the actors' strike. So they had to.
I think it's the curse of Beetlejuice.
It is. That's what I'm talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had to do the Melrose scenes. They had to wait until the very end, after all of the strikes were wrapped up and done, to just get that final day of shooting.
I will say that kind of benefited them because they filmed it. I mean, they were trying to film it before Halloween, and then they ended up filming it afterwards. And then we had actual like leaves falling. It actually felt more Halloween-y. There were more decorations out on the street, and so I think that actually worked in their favor. Yeah, you know, obviously nobody wanted the strike, nobody wanted to delay it, but at the result of that, I think it made the scene feel more fall-like, so which is what they were going for. So that worked out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But
I saw Jenna Ortega too. I was there. I was there covering it for WBZ News Radio. Check us out on the iHeartRadio app. But I was over there, took photos. I interviewed folks over there. That was in a previous Hub on Hollywood episode. So go back over there and check out those interviews with folks who were there early in the morning, bringing like memorabilia from other movies, including Batman and of course Beetlejuice and stuff, and trying to wait for like Tim Burton to come out and sign them. And actually, one person who I interviewed did end up getting a selfie with Jenna Ortega. So she was there early in the morning till like late in the afternoon or evening, but she did eventually get that photo. So everybody's a winner.
That's right. Everybody here in New England is a winner. A ton of people went up to Vermont as well when they were shooting up there. And they just had an entire bank, an entire side of the street where it was just spectators looking at the filming that was happening up at the house and also on the main street there, which they made to look like the town from Beetlejuice. So it was just very, very exciting. Can't wait to see it on screen. Tim Burton has said that most of this film is as practical as they could possibly get, and they wanted it to feel very much like the original, and do it justice, do Beetlejuice justice. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. James.
It better be good. Michael Keaton said he had a great time reprising his role, so fingers crossed that this comes out really good. A good sequel. Speaking about what things we're hoping comes out good, comes out well, is your casting call, right? We're trying to get people into the movies, but not just anybody. We're looking for somebody who is a representation of Boston, who has that Boston pride, but more importantly, has that Boston accent.
That's right, James. So Slate Casting right now, they're looking for a non-union male actor, 30 to 45 years old. You have to have acting experience, is what they're looking for, with an authentic Boston accent. You know what I mean? We obviously don't have that, James and I.
I clearly do, but I'm busy, so I cannot audition.
Oh, exactly. This pays up to $10,000 if cast.
What? Say that again. How much?
$10,000.
$10,000. That's from what I, seeing previous casting calls, that is much higher. That's a much higher rate than other casting calls we've seen.
Yes.
Probably the highest I've heard.
Yeah, so far that's the most that we've seen, that we've reported here on the Hub on Hollywood. So we definitely wanted to make sure to bring this one to you.
Absolutely.
So bring yourself, your authentic Boston accent to Slate Casting. You're going to want to send a headshot, resume, contact info, and your city and state. You're going to send all of that to slateselftape2@gmail.com. Also, you must have a valid passport, because apparently they are filming overseas, and this is going to be the first week of April that you need to be available. So, good luck.
All right, so you get $10,000, you get a free plane ticket overseas. It better be free, but presumably a free plane ticket overseas. That sounds like a great deal.
And there's a lot of things that are filming right now, James, and we love to let you know about them here on the Hub on Hollywood. Make sure to like, subscribe, sign up for notifications and emails, interact with us so that you can continue to get these casting calls, so we can put $10,000 in your pocket, right? Just for being you.
In your packet.
In your packet. what James
Nailed
said,
it.
and you got it. Good job. Good job.
Excellent.
We've got Boston Casting. I just wanted to mention really quickly, Boston Casting. Go and sign up for their notifications. There's a number of big productions that they are doing right now, including Ella McKay in Rhode Island with Jamie Lee Curtis. You're going to want to do that. They're also doing another film called Sorry Baby. We've got Kendall Cooper Casting that is actively looking for folks right now to be in season 2 of Dead City. Be a zombie, be a soldier, be like something really cool on screen right now. So check out those casting agencies, sign up for free, and we hope to see you in the movies.
Excellent. And speaking about hoping to see movies, I guess there is one movie that has been brought back to life. Is that fair to say? Or
it's been brought back from the dead. It's risen
Right.
out of the coffin, out of the proverbial coffin. Salem's Lot, a Stephen King classic.
Stephen McClane.
No, Stephen King classic. Famously one of our guys as well, from Maine, filmed here as well. It had originally was supposed to have a full theatrical release last year in 2023. I believe they were filming here in 2022. And it's been on hold, And recently, you and I, James, were talking about Stephen King himself coming out in a tweet and saying, between you and me, Twitter, I've seen the new Salem's Lot, and it's quite good. Old school horror filmmaking, slow build, big payoff. Not sure why Warner Brothers is holding it back. Not like it's embarrassing or anything. Who knows? I just write the effing things. So
they listened. They
I
listened
guess so.
to Mr. King.
Do you think that could have lit a fire under Warner Brothers?
I think he was probably like making like voodoo dolls and started like kind of poking and prodding, and then they finally budged and they're like, okay, fine, we'll just stream it. We'll just release it on streaming. Please, just stop poking us. That's just my theory. But yeah, I think they listened. Though I don't know. Maybe this was all the the plan the entire time, and Mr. Stephen King is playing us the fool. How about that?
I don't know, but it sounds like it's going to be quite good, and it's heading straight to Max. So you'll be able to see it on Max in 2024. So I'm hoping that we get to watch that soon, because that's one of the things I haven't been able to do yet. That's on my bucket list, my acting bucket list, is to be a movie monster, to have just full caked on makeup and, the blood and the gore and all of that, really involvedness with that. So, I don't know. I unfortunately, James, I did go for a vampire in this. I did not get it, but hoping that there'll be more. Oh, God.
Sorry. I can't resist. I had a bite.
Oh, okay. And that. Join us next week on the Hub on Holiday. I mean,
where you can count on us making these terrible jokes.
You can listen to us online 1, 2, 3 times. No.
I love it. This is why you tune into the Hub on Hollywood, for great stuff like this. But speaking about scary movies, Jamie, I know we're only at the halfway mark till Halloween.
Apparently.
But that doesn't mean, apparently. But that doesn't mean that we can't get into the Halloween spooky season right now. Because, and that's good news for us, because Blumhouse and AMC theaters, they are celebrating Halloween early at over 100 theaters across the nation with their first ever Halfway to Halloween Film Festival. This is a 5-day festival that kicks off Friday, March 29th in over 40 cities in the U.S. at 100 theaters, and where they will be showing the festival feature films, which include Sinister, The Purge, Ouija, The Origin of Evil, Insidious, and The Invisible Man. And we can expect an extra eerie showing of Insidious as the movie celebrates its 13th anniversary. So let's get into the spooky movie mood with AMC theaters and Blumhouse. All right.
You can't get enough Halloween. I mean, it's the best holiday out there. Forget Christmas.
Yeah.
Forget Thanksgiving and all that nonsense. Halloween is where it's at. So how are you going to be down there, James? Which of those horror films is your favorite? Are you looking most forward to?
So I really liked, and I reviewed here on the Hub on Hollywood, The Invisible Man, the remake. This came out in 2020, right before the pandemic. It was one of the last movies to show in theaters right before everything shut down. And I'm so happy that I did see it because it was really good. I know that Universal has tried making remaking the Wolfman or Dracula or the Mummy, and all those have really failed. Quite honestly, but The Invisible Man was a very good original take or kind of remake of the original film. So that would be I would like to see that again in theaters. That would be cool. Also, Sinister, The Purge was good too. Actually, yeah, these are all good movies. So
yeah, they're all great.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. But yeah, watching it in the big screen on the silver screen, there's no other thing like that. But Jamie, speaking about movie theaters, speaking about the big silver screen, icon.
I was just gonna.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, James, before you make that beautiful transition that you were about to make, I just wanted to make
gorgeous.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
I just wanted to tell you, there's one horror movie I think that stands out above all of them, and it's going to work into this transition, I promise.
I pray. I'm kidding.
This horror movie that was at least horror for me, the scariest film I've ever watched, The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, great.
Is that where you were going?
That was not going to be my transition.
Oh, dang. Okay, sorry.
We're leaving this in. We'll go to...
we're going to get to the Star Wars thing after.
We'll get to what I was about to tease. But yeah, we'll go into Star Wars right now. So if you love the cinematic experience, this was all planned. Got this down to a T. This is a science.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, but if you love the movie theater experience, then you love Star Wars, well, you are in luck, because this May the 4th, all 9 of the Star Wars movies, which include the Skywalker Saga, yes, I know there are more than 9 Star Wars movies, but those pertaining to the Skywalker story, those films are coming out to the big screen, all showing one after the other on May the 4th, celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. Jamie, 25 years since The Phantom Menace came out. That's horrifying to me. That's a horror film right there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
25 years. We're 25 years young. You and I were just 25. That came out when we were born.
Exactly. I saw it the day I crawled out of the womb.
Oh, we're going off the rails.
We're
going
crazy.
off the rails.
But one thing I do love about how theaters, I went to the right before Avengers, either Infinity War or Endgame, before that movie came out, there were movie theaters that were showing all 22 Marvel films in a row, and so you could buy tickets, like a pass, for so people were literally spending 2 or 3 days in the movie theater. They'd come out, they had the movie theater set up showers outside, so you had a personal, it's kind of like a big porta potty, but personal showers, so people could go watch the movie and people had strategies, so people are willing to go to the movies, what I'm saying, and try to watch every single one, and that's what's kind of happening here. So I would love to be able to talk to people who are in line, who watch the movie, all these 9 films back to back to back to back, ending with that horror, the Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker,
the atrocity that is the Rise of Skywalker. Gosh, you got to go into that with a strategy, right? You've got to plan your bathroom breaks. You've got to plan what you're going to be eating. Something that I think that you should definitely bring with you, James, if you're going to be doing this movie marathon. You know what is Luke Skywalker's favorite beverage?
No, I don't. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't you say it.
It rhymes with moo. It's blue milk.
Yeah.
That blue milk that he loves to chug ever so much on Tatooine and on that other planet. That he freshly milked that thing, and God,
was that also blue milk?
Oh, I might have been green.
Oh goodness,
but
I want to forget.
Anyways, blue milk. Lucasfilm is actually teaming up with True Moo as a part of its Imperial March of new products that are being announced in time for May the 4th. I know, you're shaking your head. But True Moo Blue Milk with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader facing off in battle with their lightsabers on the cover there. So if you really want to get authentic with your movie marathon, just, smuggle one of those jugs in there with you. But I feel like Lucasfilm, I guess they don't think they've made enough money. But they're coming out with all of these products in time for May the 4th, which is coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah, that's it's not. When people say, has science gone too far? This is science going too far, I think. When they say, yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. And scientists should not have done this. This is an atrocity. But hey, if blue milk gets you through those 9 films, bless you. No. Bless your blue stomach.
Gosh. Can your heart take it, is my other question. Can your heart take the ups and downs of the entire Star Wars Skywalker saga?
No, I think I would physically pass out and never be able to be revived. But I will say this. Heartbreak does feel good in a place like this. And that leads me to my next topic.
Which is where we were originally going.
I love Nicole Kidman because I feel like for the past several weeks we've been bringing up Nicole Kidman AMC commercial news. It just keeps happening.
Episode,
it's the gift that keeps on giving. And Nicole Kidman is giving once again because she recently talked about how her dream is to be on stage doing that AMC commercial with a drag queen. I don't think it would get any better than that. And I think if that was filmed, it would have to replace the commercial at the AMC theaters because that would be magic.
It would be magic.
Cinema magic.
It would be bedazzled. That too. Yes. I mean, you can't go wrong. Have you been to a drag show lately, James?
I have not, but I would love to.
I did.
Yeah.
I have been. So at the Bit Bar, actually, in Salem, Massachusetts, where we ended up there, my husband and I, on drag night. It gives you, it just brings that extra flair, that extra energy that Nicole Kidman embodies so well. So yes, I think I'm going to have to agree with you that if they did get that on film, we need to see that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Apparently, a drag star was on the show Drag Race. Her name is Katya, and she actually filmed an entire spoof of her as Nicole Kidman, as the AMC ambassador. So I want to check that out afterwards. I'll send you a link also. So it looks great, and I would love to see that team up. That just sounds fantastic. All right. All right, Jamie. Well, this is the part of the show where we get to review films that we have watched. And just recently, I was able to watch this film that came out, I believe, a week ago. And it stars Justice Smith, who is this up-and-coming actor. He was in Dungeons and Dragons, the latest film. You watched that one, too, I believe.
Right. Yes, and that was a lot of fun.
Wizard. He was the wizard.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
He's also in the Jurassic World films as well. But he stars in this new film called The American Society of Magical Negroes, and it's described as a film commenting about race, commenting on film. So the story is Justice Smith. He plays this character, Aaron, a yarn sculptor down on his luck who gets indoctrinated into the Society of Magical Negroes, an organization that has bestowed upon themselves the responsibility of keeping white people across America happy under the belief that if white people are happy, black people will suffer less. This I actually learned, Jamie. Have you heard of the trope, the magical Negro trope?
No, I've never heard that.
So it's very well known, I guess, in filmmaking, but it's basically the trope of this wise black character whose only role or purpose in the film is to inspire the white protagonist so they can accomplish their goal. And sometimes they're magical, sometimes they're just, a wise black person in this film who is there to support and make sure the white protagonist goes on and carries on their mission and succeeds. We've seen this in movies like The Legend of Bagger Vance with Will Smith. We've seen it in The Green Mile. There's actually some fun takes in this film with that, and also like Driving Miss Daisy. And so these black characters who are there to help the main white protagonist learn to accomplish and to win and overcome. And it's become such of a trope that it has this name. And this movie is a satirical film. It's also a romantic comedy. It's also fantasy, and so it kind of has all those things. But I absolutely love this film. Like I said, it stars Justice Smith, David Alan Grier, newcomer Anne Lee Bogan, who was fantastic in this film, as well as Drew Tarver. You may recognize him if you like The Other Two. It's a show. I forget what it's on, but check that out. Great cast, great chemistry. Like I said, Anne Lee Bogan, this is her first major role, and she kills it as the love interest in this film. Apparently, when she auditioned, she introduced herself as, I'm a waitress who's trying to be an actor, and immediately the chemistry between her and Justice Smith was electric. And I love their interactions in this film. You could sense that chemistry, and you really do believe that these two really like each other when they flirt with each other. I think it's a really fun movie. The director is fantastic. This is his first directorial debut, Kobe Libby. I don't know. I just think it had a really fun way of telling and highlighting some of the things that many Black Americans struggle with. That kind of subtle racism, that systemic racism that many still face today. Not that outlandish, in your face racism of you can't swim in the pool. It's more subtle, a very systemic racism that they kind of tackle in a fun way, but in a way where it's not beating you over the head, but you do get the message. And just the chemistry amongst the cast, everybody, that alone. It's also a romantic comedy. So if you want to go in for just that angle, you'll get that too. But there's also that underlying message where I think everything works perfectly. It's an hour 45 minutes long, so it's a tight film, and I think I don't think there's any extra fats on it. I think everything that's in it should be in it, and they don't add any extra, any extra unnecessary scenes than it needs.
All right. And you know what else people should watch? The Hub on Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Share it. Like us. Share us. Gotta have us. Don't sue us. That ice cream company. But yeah, we're everywhere that you want to be. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on the TikToks. We're on Twitter. We're never going to call it X. We're on YouTube. You can watch us, see our beautiful faces on YouTube, or you can listen to us on iHeartRadio. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and we continue to bring you casting calls, interviews with local talent and filmmakers. We had 2 amazing interviews last week. Go ahead and make sure to check that out. So yeah, James, and not only do we bring you all of this stuff, the movie reviews and the local New England news, we also bring you CineQuotes.
That's right.
Competition.
And we haven't been doing too great recently. We've been kind of striking out with some of these quotes, but I'm ever confident in our ability to recognize famous quotes and pick the film of the day. So we have, in case you don't know, with the CineQuote, they pick a movie of the day. They have 5 quotes that you get to listen to one by one and try to figure out which movie it is. Like I said, our last guesses were not so great, but we'll try to redeem ourselves. How's that?
Okay. All right. Okay. This has got to be it. So here we go.
Okay, we're going to get our first quote in 3, 2,
I didn't even know how to boil an egg. They taught me how to spin it on a spatula.
Okay.
That sounds hilarious.
I don't know. Is it kind of familiar at all?
Kinda. Let me try. There's a movie called I think it's called Chef with the guy from. He's the director of Iron Man and those movies. Favreau, Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
It may not be this, but I'm gonna go with Chef. I'm just gonna guess. We'll guess in 3, 2, 1. No. Okay. I'm going through my cooking movie Rolodex, but we'll try quote number 2 in 3, 2, 1.
Look, I'm sure you have a lot on your mind, but I cannot imagine anything mattering more than the conversation we are now having concerning your tax liability.
Again, I'm just thinking about cooking movies. Now, the one that pops in my head is the one with Adam Sandler, but I don't think that's it.
That doesn't sound like an Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler is a cooking movie. I think it's Spanglish, where he is a cook.
Oh yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or well, he's with the maid, right? And
yeah.
He's a chef.
Salma Hayek or someone, but he is a cook. He's a chef.
Do you want to just guess that one to get it out of the way?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We're not doing. This is not a great start, but we're gonna go Spanglish. 2004. Geez. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Submit. No. Oh, is that Penelope Cruz? That's not Salma Hayek, is it? No, it's Penelope Cruz. Or is that Selma? I can't see. There's an X over her face. Okay. Quote number 3. In 3, 2, 1.
Everything. All my hopes and dreams, my old report cards, every breed of dog, every last personal ad on Craigslist. Sesame, poppy seed, salt.
I'm not getting this. I need to watch more movies.
I know. Me too. I'm just gonna skip ahead to guess number 4.
Let's skip. Okay, guess number 4. We got this. 3, 2, 1.
尽管离家让我心碎，我想告诉你。
Oh, I know.
You know
如果有
it?
来生，
Yeah.
Okay, save the
我
day.
还是会
What is
选择
it?
和你一起报税。
It is
太犀利。
everything, everywhere, all at once.
Oh.
Submitting in 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, the stress.
The stress. Look at him.
Really, I really didn't want to lose this round again because I feel like we lost like the last 3 or something. But
Well,
yeah.
you've regained your honor. We've regained our honor here on the Hub on Hollywood, at least for this week.
At least for this week. All right. Let us know. Did you guess right after the first quote, the second one, third one? Or were you just like us who got it on the fourth one? Either way, we're all winners. We're all winners this week, Jamie. Yes.
That's right.
All right.
Especially the person with the Boston accent who can get paid $10,000. Make sure that you guys submit. Yes, we're all winners.
And as a reward, you owe us a Dunkin' iced coffee. I think that's fair to demand. For the exchange of info.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us again for another episode of the Hub on Hollywood. As always, you can find us on the social medias at Hub on Hollywood. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. We're on YouTube. And if you are listening to us on any of the major podcasting streaming services like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, listen, subscribe, and please leave a review. It does help us grow our fan base, our reach, and share this link with those who you think love movies as much as Jamie and I do. But until next week, I'm James.
I'm Jamie. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, no!
Ah!